Andre, how you doing?
I'm all right, man. I'm living. I can't complain, man. Everything good over here. How about on your end, man?
Yeah, doing well. Enjoying summertime. Hasn't been too hot. Football season.
It's been hot. It's not hot right now, thank God, but it's been scorching lately, man.
It has been. I should walk that back. It has been scorching. Thankfully, as of like today, it has not been too hot.
Comfortable, comfortable,
Ball,
comfortable.
balmy and comfortable is how we like it. All
That's
right.
right. That's
So
right.
with football season underway, finally. All right, we're gonna kick off a little something called two things. We're gonna address two things. All right. So first topic, and by the way, of these two things, they can obviously run the full gamut. It doesn't even have to be about sports, but we're gonna kick it off when it comes to sports. So first
All
topic,
right.
first topic of the two things. First thing, Jimmy Butler. Are we talking chess, not checkers? What is
Yeah,
this
we
man
have
doing? What is this man doing right now to play head
absolutely.
games with the rest of the NBA?
Hey man, that guy is so unpredictable, man. So Jimmy Butler is wearing weave in his hair. He done got dreads and shit, but it could be to have you staring over here while they cooking up back over here. So I mean he on his job. He's a hard worker, man. Like guys like that, I mean his upbringing, him getting to college and getting to the NBA to getting to the level where he at as an athlete in the NBA. All hard work, man. One of the most hardest working people in the game, but he's crazy as well. He's crazy. He's a crazy guy, man.
No doubt. I mean, look, Jimmy Butler, just for the record, I'm gonna put it out. Big face coffee, big ups. I mean, guy doing what he did, sleeping on couches, getting in the league. Obviously, he's a grinder. And
He
it's
is.
just like I'm on social media the other day, and all of a sudden I'm scrolling through it, and I stop and I'm seeing Jimmy Butler like live and direct doing like I think an Instagram live of getting this new look. And I'm like, this is some strategy right here because I don't think that this guy makes a whole lot of missteps that he hasn't thought about beforehand.
The guy is unpredictable, man. The guy, he just, it's never no telling what this guy might do, man. He's a jokester when he need to be a jokester, but when it's time to be serious or whatever, put your war boots on. He the first one on the platoon, and that's what I loved about him. I hate his guts because of how he left and departed Philly, but I'll give him his props, man. Brother was homeless, was at a McDonald's, faxed in his letter of intent to play at Marquette, I believe, through the fax machine. And humble upbringings, you know what I mean? And he leveled it up to the grandest stage, man. And I give him all the respect. He's a hell of a player, and he's definitely one of the best players in the NBA, hands
No
down.
doubt. No doubt. So Jimmy Butler, if you're listening, mad respect. And I just had to pose a question, chestnut checkers. What are we doing to play with the competition's headspace? I mean, right?
How about that? How about that, man? Yeah. I just
Time
wish
will
you
only
ain't do
tell.
Joel and be dirty, man. Hey, you love Joel so much, you shouldn't have left, man. You shouldn't have left. But that's water under the bridge now.
This is water under the bridge. And just as a quick side note, where do you land right now on this KD Harden reunion?
God. I'm gonna tell you right now. Me personally, I don't want the shit show. I don't want the shit show to come here. We already have Harden here. Any conversation that's pertaining to Durant got to start with Tyrese Maxey. This city loves Tyrese Maxey the same way they love Embiid, and the same way they love Allen Iverson. Youngin came in, he works hard, he's a hard worker. Doc Rivers had to tell him, even after the same week of getting knocked out by Miami, he back in the gym, hooping. His mindset is different. A lot of young guys at that age, they want to party, they want to be around the ladies, they want to ride in their Ferraris or Porsches. This guy want to play. He want to play ball. He was at the Danny Rumpf League, getting busy, playing. This guy's amazing, man. I don't want to see this guy go. I don't want to see Tyrese Maxey go, even if we get 2 years of Durant, because it ain't no telling with this guy. His mood, it's all about his mood swing. If he feeling like I'm not feeling it today. Whatever. He might just throw a tantrum or whatever. So we might get 2 good years out of Durant. And I'm not willing to give up a 21-year-old, soon to be all-star. Ceiling is high. I put him in the stratosphere, Donovan Mitchell tier. 3 years from now, Tyrese Maxey will be Donovan Mitchell tier, in my opinion. I'm not ready to give that up, bro. So I'd rather win with what we got than to bring Durant here. Me personally.
Hey, look, I think that every Celtics fan has the exact same opinion when it comes to trading Jaylen Brown.
Come on, you don't give up the heart and soul. And then Marcus Smart, you can't give up the heart and soul of the fucking team. You can't. Jaylen Brown is a great player. Jason Tatum is great, but the final showed you he wasn't ready for that next step. And it's okay. It happens. It's a learning curve. Everybody has those. It's going to either make him better or make him worse. And I believe Tatum going to get better after that playoff. After that finals debacle. But you can't trade Jaylen Brown. Absolutely not. You can't do that. No.
Dude's heart and soul.
Durant, you don't know what you getting. Durant going, all right, 1 year, I'm feeling good. Just like, remember when Kyrie went to Boston? Oh, I'm willing to sign here if you will have me here. I'm willing to sign here if you'll have me here. Look how that turned out. These guys are too unpredictable. I get it. I'm for player empowerment and all that. Just not here. You feel me? Not here.
Of course. Hey, and again, I got a lot of respect for Mr. Easy Money Sniper, but the guy rolls hard. You're not messing around when you come in and just say, hey, Steve Nash got to go, or it's him or me. That's like Wild Wild West stuff. So
it is, man. That's called flexing your muscle. They go or I go. You feel me? Like and
look, like you gotta love the stones that it requires to be like what?
The goal of this guy. You know
what I'm saying? Because like
1 year in on your deal and you already shot calling, you already called shots. You wanted certain players there, you got them. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Y'all guys didn't want a legitimate head coach. Y'all wanted Steve Nash. Kyrie wanted Steve Nash. He came. Now he's the bad guy. Even though Steve Nash don't adapt on the play calling, he's not an adapter. He don't adapt to the situation very well as far as coaching, but he's new to the job. You know what I mean? Everybody have their lumps. Billy Donovan had his lumps when he he didn't, because OKC was an oiled machine when he got there. But usually coaches have their little slip-ups, but you can't please these guys nowadays, man. They too unpredictable, man.
Well, look, again, big ups to all the success the Easy Money Sniper and Jimmy Butler are both going to get by just flexing the muscles that they've earned, and at the same time, like you said, this is an
you haven't earned the right though 1 year in on your deal to start talking about trading, and because of that, when the next collective bargaining agreement come, they're going to bring up Ben Simmons' name. They're going to bring up Durant's name. They even going to bring my guy Harden name up. This is going to be a topic of conversation, the first order of business by the owners when that collective bargaining agreement is up. I promise you that.
This without a doubt.
No more.
Because if you're looking at that CBA and you're Joe Tsai, and all of a sudden you're left with a player that either cannot play physically because somehow he passed the physical, now cannot pass the physical, aka Ben Simmons, or this guy just straight up don't want to.
What a waste! What a waste of sperm, man! This guy's a piece of crap. You hear me? Let me just give my Ben's, because I am a legitimate Ben Simmons hater on the Philadelphia side of town.
All right, let's hear it.
Guy guts. He's a sucker, a turkey and cheese hoagie. He ain't shit. This guy, all he want to worry about them Ferraris and them Kardashians. That's all it's about. He don't care about being better at his craft. He loved being the celebrity. He loved the stardom. He loved the fame. He don't love the game. He loved the fame.
Loving the fame and not the game. I think that says a lot about maybe a lot of this modern day player mentality. Can't knock it, I guess. Right? Can't knock it. These guys are getting paid. All right. So another second thing another unpredictable, well-paid position in modern day sports is the NFL quarterback.
Huh,
And as we
huh.
all know, the NFL game has changed so drastically over the last 10 years. Most teams barely even run the ball any longer. And
Yes.
the teams even that do, they're like a Shanahan system where it still looks like something that's far more coordinated than what the Dallas Cowboys were doing at Emmitt Smith back in the day.
Facts, facts. Those days of the ground and pound, because you got a few teams that do it. The Cleveland Browns, the two-headed monster, Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, they do it. The Titans run. Derrick Henry is the motor to that engine. You know what I mean? So it's still teams that are run heavy, but everything is open offense. Everything is, listen, we're gonna speed up the clock and we're gonna just, slant routes. It's a passing league now, man.
Without question. I mean, the way that the players even move, it's almost like watching. Sometimes it reminds me of watching an NBA game
Facts,
in
facts,
terms
facts.
of the way these guys are moving around. They're like, it's almost like they're just becoming more athletes. And I don't want to say less football players, but we digress. So the position of the quarterback has become so amazing.
Mediocre, mediocre.
Well, there's a couple mediocre guys out there, but I actually got to say this. I got to say that. I actually think that we're in a little bit of a quarterback renaissance right now, right? Lamar is probably going to break the bank, right? I mean,
Yes, sir. As he
Deshaun
should.
gets
Serving.
Deshaun gets paid X. I think Lamar is worth more than that.
He might be. He
You know
might
what I
be.
mean? So, all right. So, having said all of that, we're not here to talk about Tom Brady or Lamar Jackson. We're instead here to talk about if you are an NFL player right now, who is the quarterback that you are absolutely the least hyped on?
Listen, man. The guy that was drafted to be our savior here in Philadelphia, Carson Wentz, bad training camp, reports coming out, he's inaccurate. I mean, when you got the Indianapolis Colts writing a letter about your play and how you was a mistake, and it's easier to just say you made the mistake than to live with the mistake. That says a lot about your quarterback. You left here on bad terms in Philadelphia, where people, Alshon Jeffrey, excuse me, said that you were a bad fucking teammate. And a lot of other people could clamor to that. There were probably times where the offensive lineman was tired of him. You know what I mean? And then you go to the Colts. And then you go the worst possible scenario, you play the Jaguars. And then you can't even get the damn Colts with the Russian leader, Jonathan Taylor. You can't get that team to the playoffs against the Jaguars the last season of the game. Who's gonna go block for this jabroni?
All
Who's
right.
going?
So look, I'm with you 1,000%. My least hyped QB in the league right now has got to be Wentz. Don't know how the dude is still a starting player for the Commanders now.
Because they going off for 2017 when before he got hurt, they still think he got that in the tank. It's not. He don't got it.
I mean, look, there's a lot of players right now that could use a starting job, and he's occupying one of them, positions. So I would also probably nominate as a dark horse candidate in terms of being least hype. I'm just going to come out there and say it. All right. This is going to maybe be a little controversial, but where are we at with Aaron Rodgers right now? All right. This guy comes into training camp looking like Nick Cage straight out of Con Air. All right. Right. Talking ayahuasca. This is like 12 months, whatever, how long it's been since the dude said he was immunized. I mean, you were talking about girls gone crazy. I think that QB's gone crazy. Aaron Rodgers is ground zero for that.
Hey, man, listen, man. AR got some of his issues and baggage. Kind of drove Devontae Adams to go back and play with his college buddy, David Carr. You know what I mean? Aaron Rodgers got some screws loose a little bit, but look, when you want somebody to perform under them bright lights, it's fewer people that you can mention. That's not Aaron Rodgers. It's only a handful, maybe three. Aaron Rodgers still is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. But he got that baggage behind him too, man. He can be unbearable. Now, in his defense, though, if I had an organization that wasn't supplying me with premium talent at skill positions, I will feel some type of way as well. You draft a quarterback, Jordan Love, who's not even going to get in the game for the next 2 years because he just got a deal. Aaron Rodgers just signed a contract extension. And then you draft him. You don't draft no receivers. You just leave Aaron Rodgers naked. So they hoping that the dude, Scatland Valdez, I think, one of them guys that's going to be the number one receiver now. He trying to pipe it up like he's going to be able to do what Devontae did. We'll see. You're only as good as your quarterback, I believe, in most cases. So if the guy do what he do and be able to bring it, he could get open, get free, get touchdowns, make plays. Hey, they won't miss nothing. But I see it's going to be hard, man. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. The Minnesota Vikings is going to be tough in that division this year. I lie if Kirk Cousins, another mediocre guy. This guy got all the weapons, Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson's in the world. You should be able to make it happen, sir, with your mediocre ass. I hate Kirk Cousins, man, because he was one of the first quarterbacks to get paid big money, and now everybody getting that big money. And it started with Kirk Cousins, man, a bum juice.
Big money and big guaranteed money. And Kirk Cousins wrote the book on, I think, at least the latter, getting everything locked up, guaranteed. Not to kick a man while he's down. He obviously just picked up the COVID just the other day. But I'm with you. I think that least hype on my chart, I'm going Wentz, Cousins. The dark horse for me is still the X factor of Aaron Rodgers. If I'm looking across at him in the locker room and I'm a young dude and I'm looking at this guy's soap opera and he's on Jeopardy doing his thing, I'm not trying to hate. But at the same time, I'm just like, where's this man's head at?
Think about like guys like Tannehill. Remember, they drafted Malik Willis in the 3rd round, and he puts out a statement where it's not my business or my issue to help this guy, show him the ropes or whatever like that. You know what I mean? This is the type of there's some selfish guys out here. And if you were that great, Tannehill, who's been a mediocre quarterback, I mean, mediocrity can be attached to quarterback position because guys get paid for nothing, literally. Tannehill is a great example of that. I wouldn't, if somebody hit him dirty, I wouldn't be the one to go run over there to help him out and try to fuck one of them up because he ain't shit. To make a statement like that, you're bitter, you're petty, and I hope you lose your fucking job, Tannehill. Real rap. Hope you lose your job. You ain't shit. You the reason why the Titans lost last year in the playoffs. You ain't shit.
I'm sure I am quite certain that Mr. Tannehill has heard that early and often. Now, just as a bonus round of 2 things right now, I got to tell you, I have been fired up on watching some of these practice clips of AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts. I think that these guys are going to put something together that's pretty special. I didn't realize that they were such close friends.
Listen, man, it's all on Hurts. We got the best offensive line in football, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinions. We have AJ Brown, Devontae Smith on the wide receiver end. You got Dallas Goedert, in my opinion, a top 5, top 10 tight end in the league.
I like
and
this.
You got Miles Sanders, Boston Scott, Kenneth Gainwell as your running backs. It's no excuses. And our defense is loaded this year. There's no excuses. It's all on you, Hurts. You are moving this vehicle. It only go as far as you take it. Better take us where we need to go, man. Because the Eagles got 2 first-round picks, and C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young will be in the draft. Don't worry.
That's an interesting
Remember
point.
I said that.
That's an interesting point. Well, I mean, they set the table for the guy. Jalen Hurts has got pretty much everything he needs.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Come on, man. What more could you ask for as a quarterback? You got a stud offensive line to block for you. You're a moving quarterback, and you have talent on the wide receiver. And I believe this will be our best wide receiving tandem we had since Deshaun and Jeremy Maclin. And it might be better than that because Deshaun was the man. Maclin was average. At best, he was average. He was okay. He was average.
He had a couple of years.
Guys, they look like they could be the next Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce combination. Remember I said that.
I'm with that. I like that comparison as well.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Fly, Eagles, fly, as always.
You know, Philly.
All
Go.
right, man. Well, yo, two things. Got to run it back again.
You already know, man. I'm gonna tap
Have a-
in whenever you ready to tap in. I got you.
Have a great weekend, and obviously tap into what Mr. West Philly Hippie as always.
You already know, man. It's appreciated, man. Thank you.
No doubt, no doubt. We'll talk soon.
All right, brother.
All right, Andre.